So in this video we will travel the ocean, fill our cargo with fish, encounter strange creatures, and uncover ancient secrets. I played 72 Days of Dredge, and without further ado, let's get right into it. So on day 1 I learned my first lesson on how to be a fisherman. Don't drive at max speed through the fog, you might crash your boat. And yes, we did crash. But luckily for me, I ended up right where I needed to be. The mayor greeted me and gave me a new boat. Of course he didn't do that out of kindness of his heart, we are now in debt. But hey, a new boat is a new boat, right? I headed out and fished for the rest of the day to get acquainted with the system of fishing. It's a fishy version of Tetris, if you will. I heard weird noises throughout my first day. What was that? And I even thought my own echo is somehow a strange event. That wasn't me, someone was honking back. What? That's so scary, holy sh**. On day 2 I fished some more and talked to the mayor and wanted to pay some of my debt. But hey, guess what? The debt is already paid completely. I guess that wasn't a great debt then. Tom Nook wouldn't be proud of this mayor. I heard rumors about the previous fisher and he seems like a totally normal dude. And the last fisherman, oh, he was very unreliable. He'd go out at night, come back with no fish and proceed to sleep all day. I delivered a weird wet package to the town nearby and got my first book, which you can read passively to gain some buffs in this game. I found this really weird mansion right next to the starting area. It seemed to be abandoned. The next day I took a job from the local fishmonger to catch some fish at night, and I experienced my first night out on the ocean. Great, I have everything for the... It's fucking... What is this? It's fucking dark. After a whopping 4 hours of sleep I headed out again. I set up my crab pots for easy passive income, and later that day I saw something strange while reeling in my nets. Barbed eel? Yeah, the fishmonger was way too familiar with this creature and pulled a handkerchief out of this monstrosity. A strange man watched me while I was sleeping on my boat and promptly invited me to his island. On day 6 I headed over there, and it turns out that he lived in this spooky abandoned mansion to the south. He told me to find a bunch of lost artifacts and bring them to him. I guess that's the main plot of the story. Since I wasn't busy at the moment, I accepted his offer. I grabbed some wreckage and fished for the rest of the day, but I kinda forgot the time, so I was surprised by nightfall yet again. At night I saw this ship approaching me, but it was way faster and way more ominous than mine. Why? What's with the music? Holy shit. It wasn't a fish. I mean, it was a fish. It wasn't a boat. What the... Apparently when I'm scared I forget how to talk. On day 7 I took things slower and talked to a lady to help her move to a different isle. Also I found a strange obelisk which can hold a couple of codfish. I took a mental note and moved on. The next day I forgot the time again, and while digging up this relic, night broke. It was too dark to see, so I crashed and caught another one of these weird fishes from hell. Panic was high, boat was slow, but I made it home. The fishmonger wanted to eat that fish from hell. Who am I to deny him that pleasure? I gave it to him. On day 9 I visited my strange friend in that mansion to bring him the key I found, and in return he gave me a speed boost. Don't ask me how that works, but it did. Okay. I decided to fill my cargo with only codfish to fill up that obelisk I found earlier. I couldn't find it again. So for the next 4 days I looked everywhere for that obelisk. Meanwhile all of my fish was rotting away. Oh my god, I found it! It's over there. Goddamn, 4 days I searched for this. On day 16 I finally came back to it with a full set of cod. And it gave me this cursed spindle. The next day I was headed to new shores and stumbled across this totally fine looking gentleman sitting on a beach. I gave him a fish and he ate only the heart. Still empty. Super normal. I reached my goal on day 18 and talked to the locals. They love to eat rotting fish and some dude might give me some explosives, which knowing me can't go wrong. After that I took some time to upgrade my boat and it was my first encounter with a red cloud. What is this? Oh, it's not good. It's bad. It's really bad. The eye is big. They are not cool. The next couple of days I got a new engine and new headlights, so if shit ever hits the fan again, I'm gold. On day 25 I found the family quest, which the guy with the explosive wanted me to find. So I traded the family quest for some explosives and cleared the debris, and found the biggest nope yet. What was that? Okay. I reunited two brothers, which unlocked explosive for me everywhere. I headed back to my home port and cleared the debris. I was finally fast enough to outrun this shipfish thingy. On the way back to the story mission I saw a big whale. I believed you could hunt one of these, but with a full cargo hold I put that on hold for now. I'll probably regret that, because it feels like that was rare. And then I headed back to retrieve the music box to progress the story a little more. On day 29 I blew up some more stuff, and I brought home the music box and got a teleport spell, which is of course totally normal. Also, the lighthouse keeper warned me to not provoke the ocean. I think she's overreacting. I haven't seen unusual stuff yet. The next 2 days I finally upgraded the ship's hull to tier 2. On day 32 I headed off to new shores. I caught some new fish and was attacked by a giant tentacle. See, it's moving. Hadel. Don't have the right equipment for this. Ooh! What the fuck? Oh my god. Ooh. Okay, I need to upgrade my stuff. I named him Frank. I also got something on my deck that I quickly threw overboard. Okay. Throw that off board, boys. There was this abandoned laboratory which had some notes about an excavation and a fort somewhere nearby. I spent the night there. On day 34 I repaired my boat and researched on how I can get to the Hadel fishing tier, which I needed to fish up the next relic. The fort was nearby and I found a researcher. She said she fled the laboratory because they had a similar run-in with Frank, just like I did. I took some time to give the researcher all the fish she requested. And now we need to go deeper. Abyssal fishing, baby. More upgrades are needed, so I decided to teleport back home and sell all of my treasure that I found on my journey. So let's try that teleport spell, shall we? Manifest. Okay! And also I was looking for more upgrade parts. They are used for research to unlock new motors, rods, etc. So on day 40 I made my way back to the laboratory to install our Abyssal upgrade. Throughout day 41 and 42 I installed the Frank repellent the researcher gave me. Okay, so this will repel Frank for a little while. And for the rest of the days I tried to get all of the specimen for the researcher. But I found something way better. A dog. He's with me on my boat now and I just hope nothing bad happens to him. I called him Jack. The next couple of days I used the Frank repellent and fished up his treasure, which I promptly hurled back to my mysterious friend. He taught me to use a flare in dire situations. Day 45 rolled by and I upgraded my hull to the next tier. I set sail to the twisted strands, but I met a courier on the way, who was talking about a leviathan underneath his boat, so he was afraid to deliver a package back to my home port. I took it from him and delivered it. Again it was goopy and I heard strange whispers coming from within. Totally normal stuff. The next day I arrived at the twisted strands. And already I feel more unwelcome here than anywhere else before. The vines blocked my path at night and I heard strange rumblings coming from within the forest. Something is behind me. No, what? It's blocked off. On day 48, the swamp won. What the hell? Ow. Fuck off. No. What the fuck? I hate it here. On day 49 I repaired my ship and gave the swamp another shot. I found an old man in the middle of the swamp. He wanted me to repair his mortar to get revenge on these worm things he calls mind flayers or something. The mortar was finished in a heartbeat, but for his plan we needed bait. And for that I needed to catch plenty more fish. Okay, one is locked down. Nice. And just like that, after a couple days of hard work, the island was clean and I got rewarded with the next artifact. On day 53 I brought back the necklace to my good old pal, and he used some more totally normal magic on me. Infected. Why would I do that? Cool. That was truly crazy. Also, I helped this castaway to get back home. Next day we are headed off to Devil's Spine. On the way I saw this fella. Whoa. Okay. Okay, I leave you be if you leave me be. Leave me be. What the fuck was that thing? On day 55 I met these aggressive looking fish and also this crazy guy that wants me to do a ritual of sorts. And of course I agreed. Throughout the next couple of days I made myself at home at the Devil's Spine and fished a bunch of stuff. Also I upgraded my ship almost completely to the next tier. I did find all the 3 flames which the crazy dude wanted me to do. Jack and I learned that the local fish can be a pest and follow my ship until their mummy comes out to play, which I had a pretty nasty run-in with. What is this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Banish. Yeah, this flare is... Oh my god! To be fair here, it was kinda my fault. On day 63, all the flames are lit and the crazy guy set himself ablaze. So I can get his pocket watch, I guess. Which is a relic that I need. Since this went by quicker than I thought, Jack and I kept looking for more of these stone tablets that I found. I presumed that you need 4 of them. Okay, the 3rd tablet. Like I said, I think we need 4. After 3 days of search, I decided to go back to my friend and give him the latest relic that I found, which I think could be the last one. On my way back, I met a man named the Old Mayor. He seemed to recognize me and talked about bringing the cursed book back to where it came from. He mentioned the lighthouse keeper, so I went and talked to her. She also mentioned to put the book back for my and someone she referred to as her sake. So I was expecting the story to be about a repeating cycle of sorts. Since I only know one person with a weird book, I decided to not yet give my friend that relic, but to go to the trader first and ask about the stone tablets. Turns out he had the 4th one, and he combined them all to one big tablet. So the next day I headed back to Devil's Spine and put the fixed tablet into the lighthouse, which gave us this beautiful new light, and it's super powerful. Day 69. Nice. I brought back the relic, and like I thought, it was the last one. He wanted to accompany me on a last journey, and since it felt pretty final, I decided to first upgrade my ship a bit more. Yeah, baby, tier 4. It's the final tier. And I also installed a new motor. We're going fucking fast now. Look how slick my boat looks, man. That's awesome. Took a drift. On day 72, I confronted my friend the collector about the book and the rumors we heard. What can you possibly hope to achieve? Take the book. You strike out with your right fist, punching hard into the jaw of the collector. His face shatters and falls to the ground. Oh, fuck. I am the collector? So we headed out for a final journey. So we waited for nightfall and the collector guided me to where we needed to go. I mean, I guided myself where I needed to go. We tossed all the precious relics into the ocean while reading from the Crimson Book, and then this happens. Even though it looked awesome and super amazing with the giant creature in the background, it was obviously the bad ending. So I decided to go back, since we were very close to the real ending, or the good ending if you will. All we had to do was talk to the lighthouse keeper again after we confronted the collector. So she can guide us to the spot and we can toss the book away. And then this happens. If you made it this far into the video, first of all, thank you guys so much. I know this content is unusual for me, but I wanted to do this type of video for a couple of months now. If you like this type of content, then let me know with a sub or a like, or maybe just tell me in the comments. See you around.